Welcome to Shore Perspectives, a community feature of WESR Radio highlighting everyday people sharing a slice of life from their angle.
My name is Mandi Moore, and I am the owner of Munchkin's Boutique and Seaside Consignment on Main Street in Exmore, Virginia.
You might see someone who's successful and think it all just comes together easily. Oftentimes, though, it takes hard lessons and a lot of growth.
I've discovered that life is all about evolution. It's all about learning and growing, and sometimes there's significant things, significant events that happen that shift things for you or make you see things differently and reprioritize the rest of your life. And that's what happened for me. Most notably, which got me to where I am right now, was my mother's suicide 8 years ago.
How did that impact you?
We were estranged for a couple of years, and she was a good mom early on, and then it was a really toxic relationship, so I had separated myself from her so I could heal and recover. And then when she died, I realized that there would never be a future to mend or fix anything, and it made me reevaluate my life, my goals, the things that were important to me. It was the first time that I actually thought about what I wanted, not what was expected of me, not what I should be doing, not what other people thought of me, just simply what I wanted out of life, what I needed out of life, what my goals and priorities were. Throughout this recent journey since she died of healing, finding myself, recovering, I've come to a point where I'm at peace and I love myself and I want to help other people. I don't have a passion. There's a lot of people around here that are really passionate about certain groups and certain things, and I admire that. But I do always want to do my little thing with any group that I can help out with. The Eastern Shore Coalition Against Domestic Violence, their holiday gift drive means a lot to me, and I've been helping Melanie Parker with that for 3-4 years now. The wildlife rescue, rehab, the Dogs Deserve Better, the local SPCA, any of the groups that just need a little extra helping hand, food drives. I can't do anything big, but I can do a lot of little things, and I think that adds up.
A lot of times when we align ourselves with certain organizations, causes, or groups, it's because of experiences we've had in our lives. Do you find that to be true with you?
Absolutely, particularly with the Coalition Against Domestic Violence. I personally am not a victim of domestic violence, but because my relationship with my mother was so toxic, and I saw as a teenager how she treated my stepdad and my siblings, and her evolution of dealing with depression and alcoholism, it's really important to reach out to those people and help those people that maybe don't realize that they don't have to live that way. They don't have to deal with that they need a helping hand. There's people there to back them up and will help them heal and love themselves so that they can live a better life and a happy life, a fulfilled life. Once you do become a parent, for me, I mean, obviously I didn't have any idea how significant becoming a mom would be. I really want her to just be a beautiful human being, her own human being. I want to grow old and be proud of her and love her and support her and lift her up, which is the total opposite of what I got. So one really good thing that came out of the toxic relationship with my mother is I know exactly what I don't want to do with my daughter. One thing that I wish that I had had growing up was parents and a support system that lifted me up and empowered me, because some of the things that happened to me as a child and a teenager, I was sexually abused, I don't think would have happened because I would have been strong enough and smart enough because my parents gave me those tools to know, hey, this isn't right. I can say no. I can walk away from this. And a big fear of mine is that happening to her. So I want to give her all the tools to be able to stand up for herself and protect herself. Not to be mean or vicious, just to be a strong, independent woman that has her own back. All the way through my 20s, I didn't love myself. I had no self-esteem. I was in a young marriage that wasn't a bad marriage, but it wasn't a great marriage. And again, my mother's suicide is kind of the snap that I needed to realize life is fleeting. You're not promised tomorrow. And I needed that to fall back in love with myself, feel like I was in control, and to move on with goals that I didn't even know that I had.
Of your young life and all the experiences that you've had so far, what do you think the most important lesson is?
Love yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else around you. And once you reach that point where you're healed and you're happy and you have self-esteem, then you can appreciate the love that other people are going to give you. And then you could be a better parent, a better brother, sister, sibling, aunt, a better business owner, a better employee, a better boss. Love is super important. Don't take any day for granted. If you're not happy, figure it out and make changes. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. It doesn't matter how much money you do or don't have. It doesn't matter how big or small your circle is. If you're not happy, if your life isn't right, make changes. And they're terrifying sometimes. But if you jump into them, there could be a beautiful life waiting for you on the other side. And continue to evolve and learn and grow. And I think that's truly the whole point of life.
This has been Shore Perspectives. For WESR Radio, I'm Kelly Gass.